So yeah, we're targeting telecommunications for a variety of reasons. One, it's a racket. Currently, costs in the state of Michigan are about 4 cents a minute. People are paying astronomical prices. When you look at it at the county jail level, you're incarcerated and you're just trying to let someone know that you've been locked up. It's virtually impossible. When you have an extended stay because you can't afford bail, and you're trying to reach out to your attorney, it's virtually impossible. When we look at it at a state level in the prisons, telecommunications has been, monetized to the point where it basically strips everything that reminds a person of their humanity, of why they want to go back home, of what they have to live for on the outside. And it's all for profit. And so our goal is to model what's happening in places like New York City, where that's not even an impediment. People are able to reach home, people are able to reach their attorneys, they're able to get out quicker, and they're able to remind themselves of who they are and why they need to get out.
Yeah, the connected families is, as Ray said about, the last tinge of hope that a person will have while being incarcerated, locked away in cages. It was connected family. I didn't do this campaign in prison, but 2 years before I came home, I organized on the prison yard in Muskegon to bring the cost of the phone calls down. So it's $25 for 15 minutes, depending on where you were incarcerated. And so somebody like myself that was paying restitution, I was also sued by my attorney. I was only allowed to get $50 in my account at a time. And so that $50, you have to make a very critical decision. Do you want to buy the snacks, the food, your toiletries in order to survive within the prison environment? Or do you want to put some of this money on a phone, which you're probably guaranteed about 2 phone calls, right? And so just speaking with other men on the yard about the cost of the phone calls, everybody was in agreement of this is one tinge of hope when we talk about rehabilitation. To have that personal connection with your family, to have that connection with your children. But not only the phone call, what we're seeing right now in Michigan, they have taken away letters. So now people that are incarcerated can no longer receive the physical paper letter from their children who will write, "I love you, Dad," or "I love you, Mom," in a crayon, and you can feel the imprint of that crayon with your finger. You no longer get that. They took that away from those that are incarcerated. And when we take away these little small things, they might sound real small to folks, but this is something that's really big, especially around rehabilitation. And when we look at connected families, it's the reason why this campaign is called Connected Families. It's to keep these people connected throughout their time of incarceration, right? We have fought for, when we did our campaign around COVID in jails and prisons, we have fought against the county jails and the prison systems to allow the incarcerated population to have at least one free phone call to contact their family about this virus inside of prison. And that was hard. That was a hard demand for our state to meet, but we were able to get that demand. And now it's not much. It's a 5 to 10 minute free phone call. But we know that when we see those little small pebbles that are moving, it gives us the hope that we can continue to move this mountain. If they gave us a 5 to 10 minute free phone call, then we know that we can get free phone calls forever in the state of Michigan, in our county jails, and in our state institutions.